Buried within the mysterious Spellpunk library is a series of books that chronicle the history and defeat of the darkness. I believe that the information hidden within those books is the key to our victory.
But that library is enormous, not to mention cursed.
Hugo is right. Even if it wasn't cursed, it would take us years to find what we're looking for.
Maybe, maybe not. What if I said I could get you a Spellpunk to help navigate that Spellpunk library?
Do I want to know how?
Hey, this is all on the up and up. Mostly. Some Spellpunk in a little battle arena I know of has been promising to grant one wish if he's defeated in the ring. All we got to do is enter and, you know, win. What you say, Skylander? You ready to become the champion of Battle Brawl Island? Now this is my kind of place.
We'll need to find a way to sneak inside. Pull around the back.
Welcome to Battle Brawl, Skylander. Never seen you around here before.
Skylanders of the fire element are stronger in this zone.
See the light.
Fortune favors the brave. Gold and glory.
Hello, hello, hello. You're quite a contender, ain't you?
Skylanders of the light element are stronger in this zone.
Well, look at that. A genuine Skylander.
Fortune favors the brave.
Greetings, my esteemed... It might be. It could be. Devastating reversal of fortunes! Yes, yes, my liebchens! Roll to the wall! To leave a mark. We have a new leader on the ladder. The challenger advances. The time has now come for our spectacular air show. Observe the magnificent aerodynamics of the interdimensional flying shafts. If you can hit them, they might drop a surprise, or perhaps a nice pastry. Everyone applaud for the flying sheeps from a place of unknown dimensions. Yes, yes, my lieb... now, for your intermission enjoyment, the culinary exploits of the Fairbreaker of Foods. Where is he holding all of that food? He is like a lunch pinata, yeah? And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, I give you the shrouded sinisterness of the magnificent Spell Slamzer!
Spell Slamzer.
Let me hazard a guess. You've come for a favor, yes? Information? Of course. Well, this is Battle Brawl, Skylander. So let's see if you've got what it takes to make me talk. Face me, Skylander, and watch your hopes wither in the rain.
And now, let's hear a hand for your host, me, Baron von Shellshock. I have not heard the bell. In fact, we have no bell.
Well, you know what they say. If you can't win, cheat. Feeling lost, Skylander? Welcome to my nightmare realm. You're completely under my power. Maybe if you catch me, I'll tell you what you want to know. What do you want? A map? I'm over here. Enough of this! I'll finish you in front of everyone.
Our crawlers have returned for the epic conclusion. Don't do that again, Spell Slamzer. It's time for business, yeah? Tell me, my kleine Pilze, you are thrilled, yes?
Spellpunk is healing the others, Skylander! Look out!
Level up.
I'm taking you down, Skylander.
Make this a slapping of your hands together!
Level up. More power.
And here is your winner! A shame what you had to do to my champion. I don't suppose you would be willing to replace him. This one here is terrifying.
The knowledge you seek is held within the hall.
Well, I'm sure glad to be rid of that creep. Gave me the heebies and the jeebies in large quantities, if you follow. The Spellpunk library contains some of the most dangerous and, valuable books that have ever existed. Even if it's been abandoned, I have a feeling we might run into some trouble. Lucky for you, Mags is putting the finishing touches on the new and renovated shop, complete with friendly proprietor.
Hi there, Skylander. Welcome to the brand new Academy store. Why don't you come inside and look around?
Why don't you have a look and stock up before we head out, Skylander? Meet up over by Master Eon when you're done.
Catch the sheep thieves. Bring the sheep to safety without getting tagged. Finish quickly to earn stars. 3, 2, 1, boom! Interception. Sheep rescued. Interception. Sheep rescued. Interception. Interception. Sheep rescued. Interception. Sheep rescued. You won. streak. Supercharged.
Have you had a chance to see what we've got for sale? We get new deliveries and restock all the time, so make sure you check back often. Speaking of which, make sure you save any winged sapphires you come across. Those little babies get you discounts with me, Sharpfin's pit crew, and Miss Persephone's upgrades. Master Eon and the others are waiting for you. Good luck out there, Skylander.
We know from Spell Slamser that the books we seek are somewhere in the halls of the ancients. But the hall is vast, and time grows short. Therefore, anyone who can possibly be spared from maintaining the Academy will be going on this mission to assist in finding these books. Chaos and the darkness threaten all of us. This is the key to putting an end to their evil, for good.
Oh, I wish I was as good at being as inspirational as that guy, but still it's hard to get excited about going to a library. Right, Hugo? Never mind.
Wow, this place is incredible. Look at all these books. I could stay in here forever.
Stay focused, Hugo. We're here for one thing, to figure out how to stop the darkness. And be careful. This is no ordinary.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
I think I found a book about the darkness.
Before creating the portals, the ancients explored the universe using magical relics called rift engines. But in their haste to spread the light of Skylands to other worlds, they created a powerful rift engine that opened a door to a forbidden world and unleashed a destructive force into Skylands, the darkness. Centuries later, in the age of the Portal Masters, the Skylanders had become the greatest champions the world had ever known. No enemy or debris could stand before their might.
See the light!
The darkness was still out there, somewhere, laying in wait.
Fortune favors the brave.
Suddenly, tremors and aftershocks rumbled throughout the land. Some great evil was being conjured in the arcane keep of the Spellpunks. The devious Spellpunks had unearthed the very same cursed relic that had allowed the darkness into Skylands centuries ago. The Dark Rift Engine. spellpunks had to be stopped before they could use its power to awaken the darkness. But the way to the citadel had grown treacherous. Danger sprang from the shadows. Spellpunks were drawing magic from the dark rift engine, feeding power to the darkness.
Gold and glory.
Level up.
More power.
The Skylanders fought their way through the danger, charging into the mouth of the Spellpunk Keep. But then, without warning, all of Skylands began to quake. And a wave of fear swept over the land as a great and terrible shadow erupted from the keep. It bellowed in a deep and malevolent voice. Behold, Skylands, I have returned. All shall fear and obey me. I am the darkness.
I had always heard that it was the ancients who let the darkness...
Hey, Skylander, look at this!
Jetstream.
You should try this one. The Charger of...
As the power of the darkness grew, the marauding forces that served it took control of the skies and terrorized the land. This First Light Squadron took to the skies in defiance of all odds to meet this threat head-on. The darkness, underestimating our heroes, sent out a small group of fighters to crush them.
Only a Supercharger Skylander can customize vehicles.
And was sorely disappointed.
Invincibility.
The darkness, enraged at the squadron's continued success, brought more of its armada into the battle. But the First Light Squadron was undeterred. These enemies, too, would fall before the righteous might of these brave pilots. The Dark Forces were relentless in their attack. First Light Squadron was determined to destroy the Dark Galleon and cripple the Armada once and for all.
Invincibility.
Dispatched these foes with authority and continued their quest.
Invincibility.
Was cunning and called forth the Dark Galleon to vanquish the squadron's hopes. Thus began the final charge of the First Light Squadron.
Invincibility. Invincibility.
The Armada of Darkness fell that day to a ragtag group of heroic pilots who refused to accept that their quest was impossible.
Now that was some serious flying! You see that, Skylander? The darkness isn't all powerful. It can be...
Supercharged.
See the light.
So, what I am thinking for this tale is a sort of fable on the dangers of excess. So, perhaps the hero discovers a secret room full of treasure. And not just some treasure, but a veritable cornucopia of coins and gold. But then, as they collect it, a metaphor arrives in the form of a crushing ball of covetousness. It chases the hero, destroying all in its wake. And then, you know, the hero escapes, a little richer, a little wiser. What do you think? Too highbrow?
Hot streak. Sea shadow.
Skylander, you gotta see this book. Looks like this one here talks about how the...
The War of the Darkness had nearly been lost as all of Skylands was being held in its terrible grip. But there was one chance. A mythical device built by the ancients to combat the darkness had been discovered. It was called the Core of Light. But finding its location would be the most dangerous mission of them all. The darkness knew the Core of Light would be its end, and so it attacked. Its dark power was beyond comprehension. It shattered mountains and bridges with casual disdain.
Fortune favors the brave.
The darkness's rage was earth-shaking and all-consuming, for it knew that in order for its power to grow, the Core of Light must stay hidden. Undaunted, even in the face of this great evil, the Skylanders continued the quest.
Gold and glory.
It called forth its evil servants to do its terrible bidding. But they would fall before the Skylander like limp bundles of experience and treasure. But still found time to stop and collect great piles of treasures. Upgrades don't come cheap. The darkness grew desperate. Again and again it attacked with renewed fury. And then, after a long journey, the lost citadel of the Portal Masters had been reached. The radiant purity of the core of light had been found at last.
Wowzers! Looks like the darkness almost conquered Skylands back in the...
Fortune favors the brave.
Hey there, Skylander! Check this out!
Gold and glory.
I'm not sure it'll help us much, but it's kind of a...
Servants of the darkness were known for keeping a lethal menagerie of creatures and beasts. None was more terrifying than the multi-headed monstrosity known as the Hydra. The Hydra's appetite for both food and destruction was without limit. The Skylander, heedless of danger, dove into the shadowed and endless depths of the sea to face the Hydra. But the lair of this Hydra was fraught with peril, danger, and exploding proximity mines. But the Hydra was not the only dangerous creature in this deep sea. Ravenous Hydra hatchlings hid, coiled in the rocks, and would strike without warning. fracture fish of Foul Falls swam these waters briefly. Ever deeper into the abyss the Skylander traveled. Finally, the Skylander descended into the lair of the Hydra. There was the pilfered food. Without hesitation, the Skylander snatched up the food. The sea rumbled and quaked as the Hydra woke. The heads of the Hydra lashed out in rage. The Skylander was cornered. Until a secret passage out of the lair was revealed. The Skylander sped away. This food was too important to risk. Faster and faster the Skylander swam. But the Hydra's speed was incredible. It churned the water into a swirling foam, gaining and gaining on the Skylander. But just up ahead, that geyser, could it? It could! The various and many jaws of the Hydra snapped at the jets of water in frustration. It had been robbed of its prize and vengeance.
Gosh and golly, that was some story, Skylander. Makes you feel like we're kind of making history. I bet the next book is going to be even more exciting than this one.
Hot streak.
Oh, hi, Skylander.
The forces of good had discovered the hidden location of the core of light, but they soon realized that the ancients had never completed this great machine, a secret that to this day has been forgotten. But with the darkness closing in for the final blow, they had no choice. They would power up the core and risk everything in a final battle. And they would hope that even an incomplete core of light would be enough to keep the darkness at bay. The Skylander sped into action. There was only one chance. An all-out attack to drive the darkness toward the core itself. But the darkness would not go easily. The darkness laid snares and traps for the Skylander. The Skylander, however, would not be halted. Desperate, the darkness unleashed its full power. Its dark might seared the sky, tearing across the land. Their battle echoed across all Skylands, trading blows that shattered islands in their wake. inch by inch it was pushed back until it was in range of the core. And then its glorious light filled the sky. With the core of light holding it at bay, it was forced to flee and hide in the deepest, darkest parts of Skylands once again. But for how long? One day it will return for its revenge. In order to destroy the darkness once and for all, the secret to completing the core of light and unleashing its true power must be found. This will be my life's work.
Any ideas?
The Fuzzbottom!
What'd you call me?
Callie is right. You must seek out the author of that book. If any living being knows how to complete the...
Whoa, that looked like a pretty hard landing. You'd better go check on Tessa, Skylander. I need to examine the book we got from the Spellpunk library for leads on Pomfrey's whereabouts.
Only a Supercharger Skylander can customize vehicles.
For this next challenge, you need to complete a race in the Dragon Spine. It's race time here at the Dragon Spine. This...
Ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
hot streak.
Guest always pays most of what he owes. Here you go.
Any place that you go, I can reach and bring you the magical upgrades.